You don't need to prove a single dollar of income to buy investment property in the United States. No U.S. credit, no U.S. banking history. If you're a foreign national, here's how it works. What does that mean? You don't live here. You don't work here. Maybe you visit for vacation or business, but the United States is not your home. And most people assume that means you can't buy here. That's the wrong information. With a DSCR loan, we are not looking at you. We're looking at the property. Can the property pay for itself? That's the question. Short-term rental income, long-term lease agreements, rental projections from comparable properties. The property does the talking, not your pay stubs, not your credit report. You can buy single-family homes, condos, 2 to 4 unit properties, even condotels. Loan amounts up to $3 million with 30% down. And you don't need an existing tenant. You don't need rental history on the property. We can use projected rental data from comparable properties to make the numbers work. So don't pass on a property because you think you need a tenant in place. You don't. Here's what you do need: a copy of your current passport, 2 months of bank statements. Your down payment can come from a foreign account. It just needs to be converted to US dollars at the current exchange rate. And your funds need to arrive with the title company 3 days before closing. If your funds haven't been in that account for at least 60 days, just be ready to show where the money came from. No US bank account needed. No reserves required. Simple documentation. No surprises. Now here's where your country matters. There are federal restrictions and state level restrictions that determine whether this loan is available to you. Every country's different. Every state is different. This is exactly why your lender matters. A good DSCR lender will know immediately whether you're eligible based on your country, based on the state you want to invest in. That's a conversation you need to have early, before you start looking at properties, before you get excited about a property. Talk to your lender first. They'll tell you where you can invest and where you can't. Don't waste time on a property in a state that doesn't work for your situation. Ask questions first. Here's a real story. I had a client from India. He was working in the US and found an investment property in Missouri. Great numbers. Went under contract. Everything was moving forward. Then his visa expired. He had to leave the country. Most people would think that loan gets denied. It wasn't. We worked with an estoppel service who provided us an estoppel certificate and had him sign his closing paperwork out of the country. He closed. He is now an investment property owner in the United States, signed from outside of the United States. That's what's possible when your lender knows how to solve problems and doesn't give up on you. Someone who sees a problem and finds a solution, not someone who sees a problem and says no. Here's what holds people back more than anything. They limit themselves before they even start. They think they need US income. They don't. They think they need a US credit score. They don't. They think they need a US bank account. They don't. They think they need a tenant in place. They don't. They hear one no and they stop. Don't stop. The opportunity to buy real estate in the US is real. In closing, your country matters, your documentation matters, and your lender matters. Talk to your lender first. Ask the right questions. I drop videos like this every week. If this opened a door you didn't know was there, stick around. There's a lot more coming.